What's going on, everybody, and good morning. And the reason I say good morning is because something great came out of the internet this morning, and that's because Netflix has officially released the full trailer for Stranger Things Season 4. If you guys are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe down below with those bell notifications on, and make sure you're checking us out on Instagram and on Twitter at Exploring Attraction. Now, let me tell you all, if you have not watched the Stranger Things Season 4 trailer, then I highly recommend first you click out of this video, go watch that, and then come back, because there's a lot to break down, a lot of little things that I noticed here and there, a lot of things that, just make sense for it comparing to Stranger Things Season 3 and even Stranger Things Season 2. So I just want to talk about all those things that I noticed in this trailer. And at the end, of course, since this is a theme park / attraction channel, we'll discuss a little bit about the potential of this having a house or maze at Halloween Horror Nights. Because why not? But really, my main focus today is the season, Stranger Things Season 4. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and say this is probably going to be the darkest, creepiest season of Stranger Things, because the trailer just shows such a different side to their side of horror, right? With the first 3 seasons, it was scary. You could deem it as horror. You could also deem it as sci-fi, but there wasn't tons of horror aspects in them aside from the Demogorgon. Well, we now have this brand new villain, or this quote-unquote big bad of the season, which looks terrifying, like straight out of a horror movie, right? This thing will give you nightmares if you stare at it for too long, and there's different shots throughout the trailer that show different creepy / dark aspects of the season. Now, a lot of what is shown in this trailer is the fact of Billy and Max, the relationship between them two. In Season 3, Billy sacrificed himself to the Mind Flayer, and everyone thought he was gone, right? Well, it's very obvious in this trailer that he's not gone. In fact, it looks like he's going to be the villain. You know that creature that they show at the very end? It looks like that's going to be the reincarnation of Billy. And I took a couple still photos from the trailer itself, and there's a shot of the hand of this quote-unquote big bad, and you can see Max faintly in the distance, blurred out. Why else would they be showing that connection between Max and, Billy's tombstone if they weren't going to bring him back in some shape or way? I think that's a very obvious thing that they showcased in this, and I think that fans shouldn't be surprised if Billy does come back. Like I said, not as his true self, but in that form of the big bad, of the upside down potential, or more of a physical form, or of the Mind Flayer. I mean, to each their own. I guess you could say all the Mind Flayers, or the different versions of them, were in physical form, but we have an actual walking figure that's coming down. It kind of looks like Palpatine from Star Wars, not gonna lie. Like, am I the only one that gets a connection, just all the stuff connected to him? I know, I'm trying to compare stuff that doesn't need to be compared. Now, with that being said, building the relationship of Max and Billy and seeing her at the tombstone, we also see a shot of her floating in the air and a teaser of maybe Max getting 11's powers. That would be weird. Also, I think that this has the potential of Billy just controlling Max and kind of lifting her like that. I think it'd be really, really weird for the writers to dive into Max having 11's powers. Like, I get it could run in the blood since Billy sacrificed himself and is now a part of the Upside Down, and there's all these different theories there going around. But I don't think, at least my perspective, I don't think I'd take too kindly to them being like, oh yeah, Max has 11's powers now, I don't know. That's just, to me, that's just weird. Of course, the Duffer Brothers know best, and all the writers know best, so who am I to judge it before we even watch it? So that's going to be a big, big plot. That's obviously going to be the main plot, is Max and Billy, and something in the terms of that. Now, a couple other things that I noticed throughout the trailer is the symbolization of this clock. Now, don't know what this clock symbolizes. I don't know if that's somehow that's a connection between Max and Billy, or somehow it's a new connection between the Upside Down and the normal world. But there's an old clock shown in many different clips throughout the trailer, so that has obviously some role in this. There's also a creepy house that all the kids are walking into. Maybe that's also another portal into the Upside Down. Don't know what that's going to be about, but obviously there's tons of different things surrounding that as well. So you can kind of pick apart the different settings and the different key things from the trailer and what's going to play a big part in the season this year. there. We also have a new character that's set to make his grand debut to Stranger Things. It looks like he's a guitarist, and it looks like he, some form, helps them destroy whatever's going on in this season. There's a bunch of cool just things that they showcased in this that I can't wait to see what the rest of the season has to offer, because this was just a snippet of what to expect. And obviously, if everybody's blown away by the trailer, then everyone's going to be surely blown away by the season. Now, if you guys don't know already, this season of Stranger Things is going to come out in volume. So volume 1's coming out on May 27th, and then 5 weeks later in July is going to be volume 2. So we have to wait a little bit, but that's just because there's so much storytelling going on, the Duffer Brothers said, and there's a lot to be shown. So I'm excited for that. If we're anticipating something big, then surely that's a good sign. That means there's tons and tons of stuff for us to enjoy and kind of break down in our own head. Now, aside from everything going on with the kids and Max and Eleven, there's also, it looks to be a subplot developing, which I don't know if I'm all for, but also like it could not be a subplot and it could just tie into the main story. And that is, of course, Hopper, right? Hopper was taken away by the Russians and he's just been held prisoner. But there's a couple scenes in there where it looks like he has a bigger purpose, and he even says it himself. He feels like he has a bigger purpose. There's a shot, obviously, of them interrogating him, and then a Demogorgon flying out of nowhere, and it looks like Hopper's the one fighting that Demogorgon, since, you know, he has all the experience before. But a lot of what it shows is just Hopper in his own little realm over there, being imprisoned, and him, like I said, saying that he has a different purpose, and him fighting off a Demogorgon. There's not much that relates to the main plot, and there's not a whole lot to break down as far as his side of the story goes, which is interesting. It makes me think that it will be a part of the main plot at some point in the season. But I don't know, is it going to be this whole thing where it leads all the way up to the grand finale and then we finally see Hopper and the kids reunite? Or is it going to be something more meshed together where they're in communication with Hopper and Hopper's telling them what's going on wherever he may be at? All these questions still need to be answered, and there's still a lot of confusion, even though they released a whole 3.5 minute trailer. But one thing's for sure, everybody, is we're in for a wild ride. I can say that right now. And there's a lot of theories going on in my head that I don't want to just ramble about. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't even make a podcast about it. But like I said, there's just a whole bunch of rambling in my brain. So I want to know some of your guys' theories down below in the comments section. Let me know just theories about everything. Theories about Hopper, theories about Max, theories about Billy. Let me know it down below in the comment section. Okay, but I promise you all some little bit of theme park stuff. So let's talk about Halloween Horror Nights real quick. Obviously, like I said, this is potentially going to be the darkest season of Stranger Things, and we've seen Stranger Things in the past before at both Hollywood and Orlando, and even though it's not on either of the speculation maps, it has the potential, right? This is the darkest season, hands down, and it has the creepiest villain, the creepiest scenes, and just everything in general. I think it'd fit perfect for a house or a maze at both Orlando and Hollywood's events this year. Everybody wants to see Fear Street, right? And Fear Street can come in years next, you know, it can come in 2023 or 2024. But I think with the way that they're releasing it in May and in July, I think that it'd be perfect for Universal to target Stranger Things compared to Fear Street. And also now with them releasing that trailer and seeing everything that Stranger Things has to offer for this season, I think that'd fit perfect. Like I said, in a maze or a house, it'd be absolutely terrifying, and it'd be cool to see all these scenes in real life. Obviously, they have that main house that I was kind of referring to. That could be a perfect facade candidate. So it's written in the stars right there, or I guess written in the upside down in this scenario. I don't know though. That's just me brainstorming. Do you think that there's plenty of content and plenty of potential for there to be another Stranger Things experience at either of the coast Halloween Horror Nights? Or do you think at this point it's just kind of overused and you want to see something else like Fear Street? Or you think that there's just not potential at all for Stranger Things Season 4? Also questions to be asked and to be answered in the comment section. So let me know, guys. I always love seeing your guys' different opinions down below. But alas, we have reached the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video because I enjoyed making it. I enjoy making videos like this. You know, theme parks and attractions and whatnot are always fun, but when stuff like this releases, I love just talking about it and feeling like a nerd and just ranting about it and all the ideas in my head. And that's why I think that I should get more into podcasting again, which I feel like I don't have a lot of time to do it, but I love doing it because I can just rant like this. So maybe we'll get back into it. Obviously, I got to talk to Adrian from Losh TV, and we can probably work something out to where we can just, you know, shoot the shit and just have fun with it. But you know, all things in my head. But anyways, everybody, my name is Scott, and you've been watching Exploring Attractions. Positivity is key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.